All right, here we go, man. Let's listen, chat. Give me 1 second. I gotta fix some stuff. Okay. I was not able to do it beforehand, as you can see on the screen. But here we go. But can y'all look at this beautiful man that we have on screen? And I'm not talking in the third person. Okay. I'm talking about the man himself from Xbox era. Special Nick, brother, how you doing?
G'day everyone. Hey, Aya. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Really excited to have you on, man. It's been a long time coming. I
Yes.
remember I've been watching Xbox Era for a while now, and
Oh, thanks.
I was actually able to participate in y'all's Kickstarter for
Oh,
Console
really?
Wars. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's great.
that was super cool, man. I was like, damn, they really did this, and the cards look super cool. I thought it was
Yeah, it's good.
a good campaign. I'm glad y'all hit y'all's goal for all that. So that's hella dope, bro. Hella
No,
dope.
thanks for that. Thanks for the support, mate.
No problem, man. All right, so before we get started, y'all know this is the 95th episode of the Longhouse Gaming Podcast. I am your host, Black Viking, and I'm here with two melanin brothers, BLAQQ Skellington and Supernova.
Yes,
and our
sir.
brother from the other side, Mr. Special Nick. I've already introduced him
Right.
before, but you know he's all the way in Australia. He said it's summer, it's winter over here, it's snowing
Yeah.
in Louisiana.
Bruh. It was negative 10 degrees out here where I'm at this morning, bro.
I
Man.
do have to read a comment that Xbox. I don't know if it's Jesse or not.
It
he
would
said-
be.
Yeah, okay. He said everyone remember to boo Nick for his terrible leaks that are really just made up on the spot for clout.
Right.
People,
All made up. All of
it's
it.
all made up, man. People be giving you shit, bro. I was like, come
'Cause-
on. Yeah,
You all
he pulled
believe
out
it,
and
you
said that.
suckers.
Yeah, you suckers. But before we get started, man, Nick, what have you? Oh, I have to go through roll call. My fault. I'm all
Yep.
out of sorts. It's
Do what you gotta
Tuesday.
do.
It's Tuesday. Macer Tech is in the building. We got Silk Slayer in the building. Stanley Francois, Abdel 114, Nerds and Other Legends. Zach Riley, Macer Tech. I think I already said, but it's so good I have to say it twice. Okay, we got the best mod in the building, Live Supremacy. Who else we got up in here? I thought I saw what's his name in here too? Adidas 20, but I must be mistaken. We got Hoodie Y, Tent Games, Verg, Base God Brizzle. Y'all remember Base
Hey.
God?
Of course. Base God.
Yes, sir.
We got Tyrannosaurus Rex 721 says greetings. What's up, brother? How are you doing? And Xbox Air is in the chat. What's up, Jesse? All right, gentlemen. So let's go ahead and get started.
Got Zach Riley too. Don't forget the man who gives out free games, Zach
Oh,
Riley.
did I not
Ooh.
mention Zach Riley? My fault. Zach
I don't know.
Riley.
Did you?
I think I did, but let's just do it again. Zach Riley.
Maybe I missed it, but I saw him there, and I always notice Zach Riley because I'm
Yeah.
always looking for his free codes to steal from everyone.
He said, yoink.
All right.
That's
Oh,
right.
man.
Got my redeem pages just ready to go.
Absolutely, man. So we'll go ahead and get started. Y'all know how we do it, man. It's the 95th episode. We're here to talk about the games, the people who make them, and to hang out with y'all, man, of course. But let's start with our special guest, Special Nick. What you been playing and watching?
What have I been playing and watching? Well, I've been playing outside of my usual rotation of Fortnite and Rocket League. I've been playing a bit of Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Okay.
I got a code thanks to Nintendo of America and Jesse.
Nice.
So I've been playing a bit of that.
What do you think?
I mean,
so
look,
far?
I love it. I've played it. Look, I've played it before. I realized I own the game multiple times now. So
Right.
I've got the game on disc on Wii. I bought it digitally on Wii U.
Yeah.
And now I've got the code for Switch. So I'm playing through it once again. And I love it. I've always loved the Donkey Kong Country games. Like even the Super Nintendo ones, I still boot up the original Donkey Kong Country every now and again just to play through it for shits and giggles, just
That
because.
rail car. Oh my god.
It's
That's
such
all
a
I
good
think about is that rail
perfect
car.
jumps that you got to make over the gaps. Oh my goodness.
The funny thing is, I find myself repeating the earlier levels a lot for some reason. I don't know. I'm not sure how to explain it. I'm constantly finding myself repeating those earlier levels and just amassing extra lives, like hitting all those balloons and going into the secret rooms. And I don't know what it is. It's like this weird sickness that I have. I don't know how to explain it.
No,
but it's great.
Did they do like a redesign of Donkey Kong on this one?
No, this is just a straight up HD port of the Wii game.
Okay, gotcha.
I believe his redesign is for Mario Kart 9/10. I don't know what they're gonna call it.
Yeah. Rare did a really good design of Donkey Kong, and they did. Yeah, we're not going to touch that until now, I guess, with Mario Kart.
To match up with the movie, I think.
Yes,
I think so too. Yeah,
100%. Yep. Been watching anything lately at all?
What? We're constantly watching stuff, like to the point where it's hard to remember it all. Watched the movie The Heretic or Heretic.
Yes, sir. A24. A24.
I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
So we talked about it as well. We have a movie podcast for our patrons, so we talked about Heretic there as well as Gladiator 2.
Okay.
Show-wise, we've kind of run out of stuff. We've burned through a lot. So season 2 of The Bad Sisters has come out on Apple TV.
I love that show.
Yeah. Me and my wife.
It's a good show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Me and my wife watched up.
So we've started watching season 2 now of that. And for those of you who have seen season 1 and haven't yet, because I was wondering what season 2 would be about. So you all saw season 1, how it ended. They finally killed, or they didn't kill. The brother-in-law ended up getting killed by, spoiler alert, got killed by his own wife in the end. And at first I'm like, because they seemingly ended it in a way where it was like they got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, so what's season 2 going to be about? But season 2 is effectively about them still trying to not get busted.
Okay.
Having killed him.
Right.
But yeah, it's not bad so far. A couple of episodes in, it's pretty good. But Apple TV makes incredible stuff, though.
They do.
They
make
don't
such
miss.
good stuff.
Speaking of that, did you catch up on Severance and watch episode 1?
That's like the only show that everyone goes on about on Apple TV that I can't get into.
What?
It's the only one. It is the only one. Like, we tried. Like, my wife and I started watching it. I reckon we got about 4 episodes into the first season, and we're just like, it's just not sticking. It's just not. Maybe we've got to give it another opportunity. I don't know, because everyone keeps raving about it. Maybe we've got to give it another chance.
Yeah, I
gotta give it another chance.
I think you should give it another chance, 100%. That show's so damn good, like so good. All right, cool, man. Black Scale. What about you, man? You been Dark Soulsing it up?
Oh boy, you know it. I'll start there. And as far as playing, I've been playing Marvel Rivals a lot. I can't get enough of it, man. They're about to have a new event in a couple days with the new
Rocket
game
League
type.
joint?
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
Rocket League.
How they do it? Yes, man. They have like a kickball Rocket League style mode that they're coming out with. I don't know how they're doing all this so fast.
Yeah.
They've been cooking.
I might have to get into this if it's got Rocket League.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're getting everybody. Rocket League with Marvel characters. Can't miss.
Shit.
But been playing a lot of that, of course. Completed Dark Souls 3 base game. Finally. Yep.
Nice.
I'll take my own pat on the back.
Yes.
Not a lot of people do that. So I have the DLC to beat, but I'm like towards the end. I only have like 2 bosses left. So be finishing that up, and then we'll be going to Dark Souls 2. So if you guys want to catch my streams, that's what we'll be doing. 3 and then going to 2. I know it's out of order, but not really, because 1 and 3 connect. So that, and Per Viking request, I went and played that drop Doochie.
That's
how you say it, right? Is that how you say it? I
don't know.
I think it's Dutchie.
Dutchie.
I think it's Doochie, baby.
Hey, I can't. All right, I gotta tell you my experience because So at first, I started up. I was like, okay, this is just Tetris. And at first, I was like, okay, there's a lot of text. I was like, okay, there's a lot going into this. This is not just Tetris. And then, so then we started up, and I'm like, oh my god, I just was not understanding at first. I was like, I don't get it. Yeah, I'm not understanding. And then you start to play, and then it's like you set where the enemies are, and I'm like, what? I don't want to set where my enemies are. And then for some reason, just like BLAQQ, it just clicks. And I'm like, hold on. I got to set it up to where I'm taking out the force and making it a plane and making it this because my archers need this to benefit off this. And then you do this. And I'm like, okay, wait, hold on. I'm like, whoa. And then as soon as this all starts clicking, I lose to the boss and the demo's over. So I'm sick. And this is, y'all know me. This is why I don't like demos. I'm fiending right now. I want to keep playing that, and I want to keep continuing because I felt that once you play a game, that click happens, and it's like, oh my gosh, wait, hold on, I kind of understand this. If I had another shot, I think I would do good. And it has good elements. I like how it's styled. I like how the fighting sequence is. Yeah, it's to the point. The boss it felt epic. I was kind of nervous, a little tensed up. It was great. So.
I'm glad you tried. Was I remiss when I said this might be this year's BLAQQ?
Hey man, it has legs, centipede style. Like it has legs for sure. I think there's no game I could compare this to. It is, and it's cool because there's a point where it's like, this isn't Tetris, and then when you're really playing, it's like, hold on, this is Tetris because there's a wall with the boss that's like it makes you play compact. So then you have to really play like Tetris and play it the right way. And it's like, oh wait, this is Tetris now. Hold on, it's so much going into it. It's great though. I don't know how they came up with this. I don't know how these geniuses are coming up with taking the basic designs of things and then making them so much deeper than they want. I think that's maybe the roguelite being able to extend these type of games, you know what I mean? Because that helps in this too. I'm getting new cards, you know what I'm saying, with the whole thing, upgrading your stuff. Like it's good, I like upgrading RPG elements, so I love that stuff. So it's really cool, man. I'm not gonna lie. So shout out to you for one, and shout out to them, because that is a very interesting game, and I would love to play more. I cannot wait for that. I'm going to play that one.
Yeah, I think that's the benefit of being an indie developer, because you don't have the big wigs over you telling, well, how are you going to monetize this, and how are you going to do that, and how are you going to keep people in the game? And I think that's what's really special about indie games. So,
and that game monetizes itself too, because obviously you just add more terrains, more cards, more this, more that on that type. So they don't even need they have it if they wanted to do it that way, you know what I mean? So it's great. But that's good. Yeah, that's all I've been playing. As far as watching, I finished that show from season 3, got all the way caught up on that. Like I said, I've been
season 3.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if y'all know, if you haven't seen before, I've been in pain. I slept wrong and my back's been hurting. I've been talking about it on my stream, and we call it Black Pain Gaming now. It's my back has been, I've been on stream like I'll be having to get up and stretch around and do all kinds of. So I said to say, I've had a lot of time to watch things. It's good. So I finished that. That show is fire. It's really, really good. I'm enjoying that. I finished Silo season 2. I'm mixed on that one though. I don't know how I feel about that ending. I don't want to say too much because it's fresh, so I'll let that simmer. But I'm gonna just go for that one. I'll just go But yeah, and Severance finish that season or episode 1. We back,
baby. Yes, sir.
took off. It was in the starting blocks. Shoot. Took off. We're off to a good start on Severance season 1. I'm enjoying it for sure. So yeah, that's all I've been playing and watching. About you guys?
Before we get to Nova, I just gotta tell Paris. Paris, am I really pronouncing BLAQQ wrong?
No.
BLAQQ.
You know, it's BLAQQ for me for life.
5 million units sold too, by the way.
Just because Paris says that I pronounced it wrong, I'm now going to pronounce it wrong forever. There's no correct.
I do that with Sega.
Sega.
I know it's wrong, but I don't care.
Yeah, and I like Ballatron.
Fair enough.
Listen, and he said that I grabbed you. Like he said, "Oh, look at these bullies, brought in some muscle. Y'all probably plotting to jump me at Summer Game Fest." And don't nobody. I don't know what Paris's deal is. Don't nobody got to jump you, man. We can do 1-on-1, and we're good. Okay, and we're good. Epic Treasure just entered. That's one of your Aussie companions, yeah.
Yeah, she's a bit flaky though. She never comes into our chat.
Oh no, she doesn't, huh?
Yeah, she's a bit of a flake.
Shame on you, Epic.
Yeah, I know.
Shame on you. And then fun speculation. Mav just entered the chat. What's up, Mav? Good to see you here. All right, Supernova, man. What about you? Playing and watching?
Yes, sir. Just been watching. I also finished the Silo season finale. We're gonna have to chop it up about that, Scale, because I don't have nobody else to talk to about it, bro. We go, and I'm right there with you, kinda. You know what I'm saying?
It's a kinda. It's a yeah, but it's yeah. Okay, we probably on the same page.
All right, yeah. We just gonna leave it at that. Also finished the Severance episode 1. I've been waiting for this, bro. Like, oh, love it.
I'm telling you, Nick, you need to give it another chance.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to force myself.
Nah, see, but I understand though, Nick. Sometimes, man, everybody loves some stuff, and it's just not hitting. For me, coleslaw, bro. Like everybody's like, no, there's some people that love coleslaw, bro. And I'm like, coleslaw. see, and every time they always say, you just haven't had it at the right place. It's every time, bro. And I've tried it everywhere, and it's just not for me, bro. And you know, it's just sometimes that's the way it is. 4 or 5 episodes is a pretty decent try. You finish.
It is a decent try. It is a decent try.
It started off like I was intrigued when it first started at what was going on, and then I don't know if it's just a slow burn. I don't know, because for example, I didn't watch Breaking Bad when everyone else did. So, you know, everyone was going on about Breaking Bad. Everyone was like, oh my God, Breaking Bad. It's like the greatest show since television was invented. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm like, okay, you've all fucking built it up too much now. There's no way no one can live up to this. And it took until like season 4 to really get going.
First 2 seasons are slow for me, for sure.
Yeah. And then by end of season 4, I'm like, okay, now I'm in. And then season 5 came and went, and it was over. And I'm like, oh shit! Like now that I finally like clicked with it and got into it, it's over. So I don't know if maybe Severance is just a slower burn. I don't know.
It does start off pretty slow. I was talking to my lady about this earlier today. Like it's very, very subtle, but then they do at the end of the season wrap a lot of stuff up to where it makes sense. You know, so. Yeah, so, you know, to each his own, but, you know, maybe give it a try.
I'm willing to give it another chance.
Yeah. But outside of Severance, man, I'm on the last episode of the first season of Arcane, so I'm trying to catch up, man.
Okay, good,
you know, bro, art style is beautiful.
Style fire.
Yeah, I finally get a chance to see Grown Up Echo, all that good stuff. But that's awesome. And randomly, I know Scale does this sometimes. He'll just pick out a random movie and watch it. I watched The Creator, man, with John David Washington. Have you guys seen it?
Oh, I've seen the trailer for it before, yeah.
Bro, it was good, bro. Like, it was good.
No, I did watch
this.
Yeah, I did watch that. That was
this was good. This was good. Yeah.
I like that they need to post it to remind them.
I did. Because I remember the kid for sure.
Yeah. And it's one of those ones where I saw the trailer at first, and then I was like, oh, I need to watch that. And then, you know, you forget about it. You just come back across it another time. Bro, it was a really good movie. 2-hour long movie, but it's like, it's not slow. It was like action packed for 2 hours straight. It was really good.
John David Washington is a monster.
Yeah,
he killed it. He killed it in this, and
you know,
it's in the genes.
I first saw him in Ballers.
Yep.
Yep.
Loved. God, that show was good.
It was so good.
And I did not know that was Denzel's son. Like, it took a long time before I realized that was Denzel's son. And now, once I realized it, I'm like, how the fuck did I not see it before? Like, he looks and sounds exactly like him. How did I not know this?
Yeah, sometimes, really man, when I was watching the movie, like just hearing his voice, I was like, "Oh, that sounded like Denzel."
Yeah,
like,
he sounds just like him.
They didn't over publicize it either. Like they didn't ever. It was never a breakout announcement or anything. I like how they did that too. It's like they wanted him to show his own, and he showed it. When I saw Ballers, I didn't know that was his son either. I was like, but I like his character a lot. I was like,
he was great.
He's killing it. I thought he was an actual athlete. I was like, he's killing this. But then you found that, and I was like, oh. And then you see Tenet, and then you see all his other movies. It's like, hold on, this guy's killing it. Like,
he's good.
Definitely a talented actor, man, for sure. But outside of that, I've obviously been playing Marvel Rivals, man. Can't stop playing that game. I've been playing it. And last but not least, I had got onto Steam and saw that Skell was playing the Drop Dutchie game, and I had to give it a go myself.
Okay, hey. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
bro, and it is good, bro. It's good. And I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead and give it a try. It's Tetris. I wasn't a huge fan of Tetris back in the day, outside of like Tetris Attacks on Super Nintendo. But I was like, let me give it a go. And I'm like, wait a second, I'm able to place where I'm going and where the enemy is going, and then the terrain changes, just like Skell said, man. I was like, okay, this is kind of nice, man. And then you're also collecting like materials and stuff. If you complete the row, it gives you materials to buy cards, and it's pretty in-depth game, man. I haven't gotten a chance to make it to the end of the demo yet. It's still kind of settling in for me, but it definitely has a lot of promise when it comes to like an independent game, man. It's really good so far. And I'm
watching a gameplay overview. I've never heard of this game until now, so I'm just watching a gameplay overview right now of it. Okay.
So Nick, I had to play this game because Viking last year, he was trying to put me on, man, to that BLAQQ game. So like, and I was like, it's a card game. Like,
it's amazing.
I'll get to it when I get to it.
It's amazing.
Bro. That game is phenomenal, bro. Like, I'll be skipping family time to play that game sometimes. But
it's so damn good. I've promised myself to never download it on my phone because I know it'll be dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, I said the same thing. And then I downloaded it because I'm subscribed to Apple One anyway, so it's on Apple Arcade.
Yeah.
And I'm not playing it anyway. I find that no cross progression is really hurting my drive to want to play that game anywhere else but Xbox.
Got you. Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to start all over again and re-unlock everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely be at the time. Yeah. For sure. But other than that, man, just Marvel Rivals and Drop Dutchie. Give it a try, Nick. It's pretty good game, man. They're cooking with stuff over there.
The demo is definitely worth a try for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's. I don't know what. I know it's on Steam. I don't know if it's going to other platforms as of right now. I guess I got to read the press notes on it again, but yeah, I think that's my favorite indie that's come out this year. I know we're still really early in the year, but it's really fucking good. Like, I love it a lot.
I need to be able to put some runs in. I need to be able to get into it.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see the gameplay loop outside of like that demo, like how it progresses and keeps you in. So hopefully they do a good job at that. But from what I played of the demo, it's fucking fantastic.
Pretty solid.
You good? You done?
Yeah, but that's all I've been watching and playing. Viking, what you been having going on, brother?
League of Legends, getting my ass whooped, bro. I don't know what's happening. I get on at a certain time and I'm just getting stomped, bro. And I was like, after 2 matches of getting stomped, bro, I'm off or whatever, right?
Welcome to the league, yep.
Bruh. I know it was crazy because I was just about to make bronze from iron, right? And to me, that's an accomplishment. And then, like, I just went on a 7-game losing streak, bruh. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, it happens, I guess. You know, you get 8 and 9 game winning streaks, and then you get them 7 ones sometimes, bro. It's difficult. So aside from that, I am halfway through chapter 2 of Dynasty Warriors Origins. Fuck, dude, they did such a good goddamn job with that. Like, have y'all have you played any more Skill at all?
I haven't played it, not yet. No.
It's really good. I know that's not your type of game, Nova, but man, give it a shot. Give this one.
No,
a shot.
I'm giving this a shot for sure. 100%. I'm giving it a go.
It's a good handheld game too, honestly, if it can run it.
Yeah, I need to download it on my ROG and see how it runs.
That's like one of those good, like literally pull out for a second, play, put up if you need to, type of thing. Resume. Like it'd be nice to do that on that.
I just worry about the CPU load on with all them enemies. So.
It is a lot on screen. It is a lot, and they be moving in bundles like blobs of people flowing up. It's really cool. I'm really enjoy. I really like it so far.
Yeah, and then I've been playing. It was a game I bought last year called Raven's Watch. It's a top-down CRPG, and that's actually pretty good. I played a little bit of that over the weekend. But that's it, man. Watching just Severance. I just watched Severance and keeping up with all the political shit. So yeah. So
still tapped in.
Yeah, I'm tapped in, baby. It's in the veins. You know what I mean? I've been a big political head for a while now. So
for sure.
Yeah, so they always got me tapped in. But other than that, that's it, man. Epic Treasure, she gifted 1 Longhouse Gaming Podcast membership to RF. Epic, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. She's the queen of ASMR reviews. You never heard of that now, have you? She does great. She's like, and the style of the gameplay.
Yeah. She's got the voice
delicious.
for it, doesn't she?
It's so delicious. All right, cool, man. And then we got a $2 super chat from RF. He said, Q, question for Nick. Who's your favorite person to podcast with? Now, I'm going to save you a little headache here.
Oh, wow.
Like outside of Jesse and the Xbox era gang.
It's not Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
It's not Jesse. It's okay. That's fine. Oh gee, on it. That's a weird and awkward question. Everyone's been pretty good that I've podcasted with. I enjoy doing stuff like this. I wish I could do more of them. It's just that my time zone and the fact that I work full time makes it really, really difficult to do more of this stuff. Like, as I mentioned to Black Viking before the show, I can only do this because I'm on 2 weeks recreational leave from work.
Right.
That's the only reason I'm able to do this. So I'd love to be able to do it more. I don't, the top of my head, I don't know if I have a favorite. I've enjoyed all the ones that I've done. They've all been great. And I know that's not a sexy answer for probably a lot of people.
No, it's a good
that
answer,
are watching
though.
and listening.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You probably have pros with everybody that you've been on with, so that's the best you can answer, man. That's good. All right, so let's get
Thanks
into
for the super chat, though, RF.
Yeah, thank you. So let's get into the first topic. Okay, as you can see, it seems like every week something else is getting canceled. Okay. The latest development was the Horizon MMO video game has been canceled as of yesterday, I believe. But for a little bit of context here, we have a deviation. This is all Sony. Jim Ryan wanted to go really heavy into gas games, announced that they were doing 12 of them. So far, it seems like 10 have been canceled so far. We've had a Deviation Games multiplayer game that was unannounced, canceled. London Studios co-op game, studio closed and canceled. Twisted Metal, I'm still salty about that. Twisted Metal, if there's any room for a live service game, Twisted Metal had an entry there. That got canceled. Ben Studios had a multiplayer that was canceled. The Spider-Man multiplayer game was canceled. Factions 2 from The Last of Us canceled. God of War live service game canceled. Concord released and canceled.
Release.
Barely.
Yeah. I I made a snarky Twitter post that the TikTok ban lasted longer.
I saw that on Twitter. I was like, this man out here going crazy.
Yeah, and now Horizon. And I understand the motive. I'm gonna just give like a little 2 cents here. I understand the motive behind getting into live service. You look at a lot of different publishers, and that's the move, right? Like that's how you get concurrent revenues. You look at one of the largest publishers now is Microsoft, and you look at, they have Diablo, Overwatch, Fallout 76, they have Minecraft, they have Call of Duty, Sea of Thieves. The list of Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport, the list goes on and on and on.
Halo.
So they have Halo, they have all this reoccurring revenue from this, right? And then you have your big black hole games. I know they are live service because they have tons of microtransactions. And although they shouldn't be coming out every year, but your FIFAs, your Maddens, your 2Ks, you have Fortnite, you have CSGO, you have all the Riot games. Like that's the move. So we understand why PlayStation would want to pivot in that way, because the single player games don't yield that highly compared to live service games, right? But with all these cancellations, I have to ask y'all, what the hell is happening with all this? And I'll just go ahead and start like with your initial thoughts, where you think the direction is going. I'll start with you, Nova. Like what's going on, man?
Man, I think they're just having a rough time getting out some quality content, it seems like, to the masses, man. As far as like a Horizon MMO, I know that they like to bring that title out every now and then to they had Horizon Lego. According to this article, it says this MMO is not to be confused with Horizon Online. So they're trying to do a lot within that universe, but do we need another MMO game right now? Because there's quite a few, I feel like. And they probably realize, all right, we probably don't have enough oomph to sway people over in this direction. I think when did Lost Ark come out? Like maybe a year or two. They just keep, it's already
Lost
a saturated
Ark, I
market.
think, came out in 2021, 2022.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah. I was in Norway whenever, like before y'all even came to visit. Yeah.
Dang,
2018. If it's the game I think it is.
Lost Ark by Amazon. I think Amazon published it.
Yeah. 2018.
Jeez.
Okay.
Well,
so
must
maybe
have been
it's
a late
2018 for the Korean market. I think it came to U.S. markets or Steam later, I think.
And it may have had a resurgence or something.
Yeah,
that
maybe.
Get back up or something.
Yeah, there's just already so many games in that area, and I think they're just afraid to kind of risk it, man. They're trying to cut their losses and just, if it's not something that they know for sure that it's gonna pop off, it's not coming out, bro. And as far as this God of War live service game, I don't understand that. Just
I think
like
they were
you
just
guys
trying to use their IP as weight, before a game. But no,
but you shouldn't do that though. Just slapping a name onto a title. I do that. Yeah, don't do that. Right? That's just kind of odd. But I would have definitely taken any Twisted Metal game though. Let me get that, and I need some Sweet Tooth action. Pause. I also they just had a show not too long ago as well.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah. And
You know
apparently
what I
it
mean?
did well. Like that.
It was a good show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so that one made a lot of sense. They should have definitely went full steam ahead with that one, but I think they're just trying to cut back, man. They're not trying to waste no more money right now. That's my initial thoughts of it.
Okay. What say you, Nick?
Look, I reckon the commotion being caused around it is somewhat overblown. Like, games get cancelled all the time. We just don't hear about it the vast majority of the time. Something we had said on our show a while back was that, Sony going into this games as a service initiative, they're not going to expect all these games to hit. Like Sony would have gone into this hoping and praying that one or two, maybe even three of them are hits. But the problem is, in the same way Microsoft doesn't seem to have the talent to pick the next big, I don't know, whether it's the next big indie or the next big whatever, Sony doesn't seem to have the talent to pick what works or what's going to be a hit in games as a service. So they have all these IPs and they're like, oh, well, God of War and Last of Us are huge as single-player games. Let's make live service games out of them. And it's like, that's not how that works. Like, and there's no better example of Sony not quite knowing what the fuck they're doing than the fact that they had no idea Helldivers 2 would be a smash.
Yeah, they
didn't market it, didn't push it, didn't anything.
Yeah.
And then this game came out and blew away everything they've ever done.
Yeah, they had they had server issues because of how popular it was, because they didn't have enough servers to keep everybody on. Yeah.
So, and I see Jesse's comment there. Palworld is a games as a service game. It is one of those live games. Microsoft's not bad with those. But Helldivers 2 is kind of a perfect example of them not quite knowing what works and what doesn't. They had Killzone Shadowfall, which I thought had incredible multiplayer, and it was monetized.
Yeah.
But of course, we don't know what the numbers were like. Maybe no one was playing it. I'm surprised they didn't try and maybe evolve that further to be a free-to-play multiplayer, because I don't know how many watching played Shadowfall, but Shadowfall was doing a lot of what Fortnite is now doing. You could buy emotes and you could buy execution emotes and you could buy all these sorts of things and skins for your little stupid robot thing. Like, it was already doing a lot of what Fortnite does now back in 2013, 2014. So they kind of already had something there that they could build upon, and they just abandoned it. And it's like they don't know which of their IPs they could use. Like, you guys, I've never played, to be upfront, I've never played Twisted Metal. I'm aware of it, and I kind of have a vague idea of what it's about. And to me, it sounds something that could work more as a games as a service game than something like God of War would.
Yes.
And that's what's crazy, Nick, too, is like on top of Twisted Metal, like everybody and their mom, to your point, Killzone and SOCOM. Like everybody is, and you don't have to make it a Call of Duty type. SOCOM was never a Call of Duty type game, right? But those were vastly popular back in the day, and those are IPs that everybody still talks about. Like, holy shit, if you're going to do live service, do a SOCOM, do a Twisted Metal, But go on. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Like I said, you're basically just following on from what I was saying. They have these IPs that could probably work as games as a service games, as live service games, and they're not. Rather than put in the work and the time to figure that out, they're like, well, let's just take our biggest IPs and try force that into games as a service, because everyone knows these IPs, and we all know that Herman won't fucking let go of Horizon.
Yeah,
that just has to be.
Yeah, he bundles it with everything.
Oh, bro, he's just Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls. Really is. He's just trying to force it everywhere and trying to make Horizon happen. And I don't. Oh my god! And but the first one sold 20 whatever million copies. It's like, man, it sold 20 something million copies, and I still barely know anyone that plays it or likes it. It's sort of like Avatar the movie. Yeah. Apparently, everyone went and saw it, and it's like the highest grossing movie ever. But no one quotes it, no one talks about it, no one gives a shit about it. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I just went to watch it just for the visual aesthetics. It looked great, but
at the time, I wanted just to see the 3D. The actual movie itself was, it was a bit boring. And I feel like Horizon is just the video game equivalent of that. Super pretty game, look at the big friggin' brachiosaur robot things and whatever, and then you play it and you kind of forget about it after. Like nothing about it sticks with you outside of like, oh yeah, it was really pretty. I loved how it looked, but nothing else about it was great.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot of friends that call it Horizon Forbidden Sleep.
Dang.
Dang.
Yeah. They say it's super. They say it's super beautiful. They like a lot of people actually thought that the online version of the game would actually work well because it would. We assume that it would probably be more like a Monster Hunter game within that universe. And the lore is good, apparently, and stuff like that. So it probably could have worked, but shit, yeah, that shit's always fucking bundled with everything, and it's really hard for me to trust. Like I know those games sell a lot: God of War, Spider-Man 2, Horizon.
They cost a lot.
They cost a lot, and then the numbers are kind of funny in my opinion because it's fucking bundled with everything. You know, like the people that did buy a PlayStation whenever God of War was like, were they just in the market for a PlayStation at that time and got it, or did they get it because they wanted to play God of War Plus? Like, it's hard to determine that, right? Same thing with Spider-Man, same thing with Horizon. You know, so maybe they don't have a good Maybe they look at those sales of those bundled packages and be like, our game's doing great because we sold 15 million Spider-Man 2 bundles, so that must mean Spider-Man 2. But they surely can't be that naive though, right? Like,
you don't know.
Yeah, I guess
you can't just assume they know what they're doing. Just because they sell a lot of consoles, that doesn't just automatically mean they know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're marketing gurus though, for sure. But yeah, what about you, Skellman? What do you think?
Guess I'll start where just as far as Horizon. I'm seeing so much of Aloy and Horizon that I'm getting tired of seeing her. I don't know if that. It feels like it's being forced on me. You know what I'm saying? That kind of started with Lego Horizon. It's like, bro, like of all the games that could have got a Lego version, Horizon gets it. It's like so many IPs deserved a Lego version before that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where it started. And look, I played both of them. I enjoy I think the combat's cool. Putting the traps down, they're tripping over it and all that. AI is cool. It looks great. That is a common thing. It looks great for sure. Now, and to Nick's point, did I take anything from that? Not really. When I was done, I was kind of like, on to the next. That's it. That's good. There was no more. But so then I go to Horizon MMO. It's like, bro, now y'all trying to make a whole entire world. And then I was like, is this only going to be on PlayStation, or is this going to be on every system? Because how is that going to do? That's not gonna do well just being on PlayStation, and it needs PC. Like, it has to be on PC in order for that to go any type of way. So I don't even see that being. And was anybody asking for this? That's kind of where it comes to. And then to you guys' point some more, using the IPs instead of them splitting up all the IPs like the God of War and then turning live service and then turning this. They should just make a PlayStation World and MMO and then have all their IPs inside of that instead of trying to split one into like a whole live service thing and using all their. We've seen how it works with Astro Bot. That stuff works. Using your IP, your legacy stuff works. And so you guys point again how Microsoft turned their games into live service. They have legacy behind them. They took their original IPs and then they became live service stuff. So it works because they stuck with what they knew, and people love that stuff already. And dude, SOCOM would work. Killzone would work in those ways. Just how you guys were saying. I completely agree. That's why Halo works, is because we know that IP for so long. It's free now. Oh, dude, I'm gonna play that instantly. It's easy, and that's money, easy money. So, and Killzone was a big deal, man. Like it was a big deal. So it would even have been cool to see a resurgence of that. Like I kind of would have been interested in seeing how that went. And if it was free, Concord, you know what I'm saying? Just be free, and then everything could have been like fine and dandy. But I just feel. They just need to. They, like you guys are saying, they don't see what works. It was crazy how good Helldivers was, and it it was actually phenomenal. I played that game myself. I had a great time. I was like, dang, this isn't on Xbox. I was like, this is perfect Xbox game. This could have been going crazy. Like, and then it was like, they didn't even know and support it like that. Not enough server room. It was, it seems like they had no
idea.
They just don't know what's going to hit. And it seemed like, but you have the IPs to hit with. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. So it's like I said, I don't want to see cancellations because I love games, man. Like I want to play all this stuff. I at least want to give it a shot. I'm not against any of these, even if they happen to come out with God of War live service, I'd give it a shot. You know what I mean? Because you never know. Same thing with Drop Douchey. I'm going to give anything a try because you never know. It could be something out of this world phenomenal. I'm going to give everything a shot, but seeing all these cancellations, like 12 of them, and you're trying to flood live service. It's like, and I don't even like playing multiplayer on my PlayStation, so now it has to be on PC for me to even be interested in this. You know what I mean? Like, I hope all is well over there. That's kind of it.
Yeah, but remember last year though, they were talking about how these games are like costing so much money and they're not getting as much bang for their buck. So I think this is just kind of the fallout from that. It's like we spent how many millions on Spider-Man, and you know, and we didn't get as much back as we wanted. I think a lot of these games could just be high ticket items, you know, and by way of money, and they're just like, hey, they're looking at on the other side of that fence and seeing Nintendo dropping some quality games with low graphic fidelity, and maybe they want to choose a different direction when it comes to releasing some quality content, you know.
I think that's sort of where I guess more of the uproar and the controversy lies in how much money and how much time was, I guess, wasted in all these cancelled games that could have gone to stuff people really wanted. Because Sony has a lot more studios than they once did, but they probably at the moment don't quite have the volume of studios they need to sort of take that kind of risk on cancelling 12 in development, or maybe in terms of their own studios it's not 12, but they don't quite have the studio count to be able to afford to have that much miss, I guess. So now I guess a lot of people would be wondering, so what's the flow-on effect of that? So, because we know Insomniac is tied down by Marvel. Yep. They're doing nothing but Marvel. They were doing the Spider-Man game, which got cancelled. They're doing Wolverine. They were obviously doing Spider-Man 2. So they're, for the foreseeable future, seemingly going to be a Marvel studio. Naughty Dog is now knee-deep in Intergalactic. So it's like, if all these I still find that a little bit crazy that Blue Point was on a live service game.
Yeah,
I still find
like to
nuts.
your point, any of them really, right? Because like none of them really have that experience with live service games, which is kind of the reason why they purchased Bungie, and we kind of see how that investment is going right now. But it's really hard to say, hey, Naughty Dog, guess what? You're going to make a live service game now. Hey, Insomniac, I know you've been doing single player forever, but guess what? You're going to be doing a live service game now. Like, and these studios are just like, that's not what we're here for, but okay, you're the boss, you know, and they try, but like doing live service is extremely difficult. Just to do as far as gameplay loop and trying to find a good design for the game, and then like your rollout has to be really good. Your price point has to be good. Your character designs and models and how you get people into the game have to be good. I mean, we saw with Concord, like the rollout was kind of shit, right? Like as far as, you know, having early access, but you had to pay and you can invite one person, and then that was only for like what, 1 weekend or 2 weekends, and then you release it, and plus you're, you know, they use the excuses like, well, you don't have to pay for a battle pass, but like, and at the same time you had Marvel Rivals hitting on all cylinders during the same time.
Yeah. But isn't Concord another example of the fact that they don't know what they're doing? So Concord was being billed as the next big thing for PlayStation. but it was a multiplayer game. Like Herman Hulst was reportedly saying things like, this game's like the future and blah, 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 blah. And yet, when they first revealed it, they revealed it like a single player game.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh, look at how nice our graphics are. And oh my God, our CG cutscenes. Look at how amazing it is. And we're like making it look like it's a cool single player game that we make, but it's multiplayer. They just had no idea how to even market a games as a service game.
Yeah.
Right.
They just do not know at the moment what they are doing in that arena. Now, allegedly, they bought Bungie for that.
But did
Is
they
Bungie helping?
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Is Bungie helping? There's a lot of pressure on Fair Games, and there's a lot of pressure on Marathon now.
Yes. Yeah.
I would love to see
lot of
Concord as like an not open world, but an intergalactic single player type of game with multiplayer included. That would be cool to build. Like if they would have kind of did that,
Build the
it could have
world.
justified the price. It could have gave you a good single player story to go into
Like a shared
multiplayer
world
with.
thing, like a kind of shared world thing, and you're maybe you're doing space missions where you're moving cargo across the galaxy, and along the way you get attacked by bandits and blah blah.
Sure.
Maybe something like that could have worked, and it would have been a bit more relevant as a semi-single player thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially because it was very close to Guardians of the Galaxy, which
Oh
I
my
definitely
God.
feel hurt them quite a bit. You know,
It hurt them. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
The secret level episode was great though. I'm sorry. I enjoyed the secret.
No, it
secret
was.
level episode.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, the secret level was great. I think they wanted to put a lot of money. Well, they said they wanted to put a lot of money into the weekly story, like CGI. It's like, I know, I get that it's different, right? But like, it's really hard to justify putting all that money behind CGI story elements into
Like,
yeah, no, you know, you have games like Riot Games and Fortnite and stuff. They'll have like a 2-minute trailer of a new season, right? Every like 3 months, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But like, that's really ambitious to do a weekly thing like that, man.
high budget CG thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And on top of that, when you're playing the game, it feels like you're walking through mud, man. All the characters.
Yeah, I know. The game did not feel, and that was ultimately the core issue. I played that beta. I gave it a bunch of time, and I'm like, this just doesn't feel fun and enjoyable to play.
And the chat gonna get mad at me. I'm on the opposite spectrum of that. I had a good time playing it. Right, like
I didn't mind the core gameplay.
The character design, how they rolled it out, the battle pass was kind of ass. Like the things that make good, like keep you in the live service game, right? Like the cosmetics and stuff like that were just non-existent, right? But a lot of people didn't like the gameplay, and that's fair. You know what I mean? I was just on the opposite spectrum of that. And quite enjoyed the
multiplayer. Felt like it was one of those, you know how you get a single player game and it's an epic single player, then they have like the multiplayer as like a side thing that you kind of not supposed to take that serious. It felt like that. It was like, dang, this was like a side
like
thing
Sunset
to an
Overdrive.
Okay, yeah,
there you go. I love Sunset Overdrive. Was so cool, man. That
But the multiplayer was not.
Yeah.
Single player was amazing, but
Single
the
player was
multiplayer
fun.
was not.
Exactly. There you go. Perfect.
RF, I'm gonna kick your ass, RF. He said, "Yeah, well, it's a lot more fast paced than Flight Sim, so of course, Viking didn't think it was slow. Y'all gonna leave my flight simulator alone, okay?" Damn, Vic, you too.
But I've got a question for you guys, though.
Yeah.
And I'm genuinely curious because getting a live service game to hit, as we're finding out, is increasingly getting more difficult.
Yeah.
Do you think, honestly, because I've played the game and it's fine, do you think Marvel Rivals would still be as big as it is now if it didn't have the Marvel IP attached to it?
No.
Nope.
The core gameplay is fine for sure, but it's that Marvel stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like even
That's
in
the
the
only
game,
reason I play it.
Yeah, because it's people that won't even change off of the character to help you win just because they want to play that one specific character.
Right.
You know, like the fandom definitely showed up for that game for sure.
Yeah, because I find for me the actual core gameplay itself, I don't enjoy it that much. Like when you hit people, it doesn't feel punchy. The feedback's not great when you're shooting people.
Okay.
The time to kill, depending on the character you're using and who you're attacking, can get really weird and inconsistent. I don't know. I don't really enjoy the core gameplay of it that much. But visually, it's stunning. I love that it's all Marvel skins. I want all the Marvel skins. That's basically the only reason I play it.
No, you're 100% right. I think having an IP goes along, and that can be like for a lot of games, right? Like if Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth was reskinned as something different, I don't think people would be talking about it and have the nostalgia behind. You know what I mean? I like nostalgia goes a long way, and that includes with Marvel, right? You can almost replace any video game that came from a different medium, right? Or like you can like remasters or remakes or whatever, and turn them into something completely different and reskin them, and people will have a certain view about said thing. Right. Maester Tech says Final Fantasy VII was still slapped without the name. Let's be honest. So like we don't know that though. Like there's probably
I mean technically you do know that.
Yeah.
Technically you do know that. Was Lost Odyssey a smash hit?
Smash hit, no, but I enjoyed it. Yeah.
But it wasn't like this. It didn't become this huge new Japanese RPG franchise, did it?
Right.
Now, it's from the creator of Final Fantasy, and from everyone I know that played it, they basically say it's a Final Fantasy game.
Right.
So, to me, that would go against what Meza just said. Like, if you took away the Final Fantasy name, is it still going to be big? Probably not.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, Lost Odyssey, like Nerds Not 11 said, that was a cult classic, similar to Jade Empire. That was a cult classic as well. Blue Dragon as well. I
love Blue. I love Blue Dragon.
Me too.
Love Blue Dragon.
Yeah.
To me, the whole time I was playing Blue Dragon, I was like, this is what I want a console Pokemon game to be.
Oh, okay, yes.
The whole time I was playing it, I was like, this is what I want home console Pokemon to look like, to feel like, how I want it to play, like the whole lot. I love Blue Dragon. Thought it was great.
Yeah.
So good.
I don't have any really final thoughts. Y'all hit everything out of the fucking park. I think I've spoken between there enough when it comes to this. I do, they're kind of doing the WB tactic. I think most of this is going to be a tax write-off for them anyway, with canceling the games and the money spent. It's just all these studios like that were knee deep in making these games, and we don't know how far deep they were into making these games, but like fuck, like that's a wash and you just start all over,
Right. It's a big deal though. It's just the time and effort, like gone.
Yeah. And then your boss telling you to do something you probably have no business doing, like let us create that. And that's kind of like a lot of people dislike Microsoft's approach, and not saying that Microsoft doesn't have a hand in what games are getting put, but they do give them a lot more freedom to create the games that those studios want to make. And I think that just makes for better products, to be honest. Right. Yeah. Now they might say it's like, well, this game, in order for it to be greenlit, it has to have some form of, microtransactions or something to keep people in the game, but they're not going to like tell them cancel what you're doing and this is what you're making kind of thing. Or make them use old IPs just for the sake of having the name attached to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm giving you God of War.
I wish they would a little bit though.
Sometimes
I wish they would a little bit.
Sometimes, yeah, for sure.
If it makes sense, man. If it makes sense, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Like, I know Paris wants Banjo Kazooie so damn bad.
I want Banjo
Me
so
too,
bad. I want Banjo so bad.
Me too, man.
Like, and especially you've seen how successful the 3D Mario games are. You've now seen how successful, I mean, not that it's hugely successful in terms of actual
sales,
copies, sales, and money, maybe, but Astrobot, at least critically,
Was a success.
Hugely successful.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you see that there is at least some demand and some market for a high quality, well made 3D platformer. You have an IP with some weight behind it.
Yep.
That actually taps into some Nintendo nostalgia. So you almost have an inbuilt market already on Switch as well before you've even released the game. Like, how are you not doing Banjo 3? Like, come on.
I've been saying they owe it to us after Nuts and Bolts forever. I'm
You didn't
sorry.
like Nuts and Bolts?
Not for being a banjo. You know what I mean? I was expecting like one.
Yes. I agree.
For what it is, sure, fine. That's cool.
Yes.
But we know what we wanted.
Yes,
Epic,
we did.
Epic
We wanted
was-
a proper banjo.
Epic was about to is saying right now what I want. How y'all
Oh
feel
my
about
goodness.
Banjo?
Yeah, Viva Pinata. That's
I
another one. And the funny
fucking-
thing is, Viva Pinata would work as a live service game.
Hell yeah, it would, man.
Yes, man.
Hell
yes.
yeah,
it would for sure.
I gotta
Put it
tell
on
you, that's one of
mobile.
my favorite Rare games.
Put it everywhere.
Yeah, I need that Viva. 100%.
It's their
Well, think
Animal
about how you
Crossing.
could do
pretty
it.
much.
You build a garden. You start building your garden. So you start on Xbox. You build your garden. Save. Quit. All of a sudden, you go out somewhere, jump in on your mobile. Your garden's still there. You know, maybe you buy some other plants to chuck in your garden, and then you attract these other animals. Blah, 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 and you just keep going, no matter where you play it, and your garden is just there waiting for you. Like to
Yep.
me, it's like prime to be a live service game.
Please,
Oh yeah.
make it
I
happen.
just-
Too easy. It's cutesy too. It has it all to win
Yep.
as far as the microtransactions
Mhm.
too. It has it all.
Yeah,
You'll get all the cozy games,
Yeah.
all the Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley
Mhm.
fans. You know, you'll get them on board.
Yep.
Easy fun.
Especially taking that mobile in a way. If you could take that
Mm.
mobile, you're going crazy.
My
for
Rogue
sure.
Ally is going with me literally everywhere. If that
Gotta check in. Gotta see what's going on. I get hooked to those games too. I'm an Animal Crossing Stardew Valley guy. I get hooked onto those for a good minute for sure. I was on the stock trade and everything on Animal Crossing. I'll be into it for sure.
Why is
Mm.
Jesse trying
Nah,
to get us
Viva.
to play Uwu? Uwu?
Viva was great. It was just, it was such a good game.
Mm.
Such a
was,
good
man.
game. But
Rare.
to be fair to Banjo Nuts and Bolts, though, I mean, Tears of the Kingdom copied one of its mechanics all those years later, 15 years later or so.
You're right. 1,000%. Actually, I didn't even think about that. It was so you're saying it was just ahead of its time. Pretty
Mm, very
I
much
got
so.
you. I got you. I
You have
got
to
you.
sit there, you use that magic hand to put stuff together, and you make all these machines, just like Tears of the Kingdom does now.
Yeah, you're
You
not
cooking.
wrong. Not wrong.
Rare just outdoing Nintendo again.
Oh,
Just like they did back with Banjo, which was always better than Mario 64. People don't want to admit it.
Oh,
But
What about the
Banjo was
Donkey
always
Kong
better.
64 though? Would you say Donkey Kong 64 could like compete with Banjo? Those are kind of on the same scale.
The problem with Donkey Kong 64, it like Banjo Tooie, it suffered from being that too big, too much. Like, yeah, I feel like Banjo Tooie was like the great grandfather of the Ubisoft bloated open world game. I feel like Banjo Tooie really kickstart, like that was the beginning of it.
Right. Blow.
I don't know. I still love the first Banjo. I'll take a remake. I'll take a ground up remake
Easy.
gladly.
Yeah.
that's how I feel
Same.
about Viva. Just do a remake. Just
Yeah.
Rare. If you're listening, you got some work to do.
Rare
Rare's not
Replay
gonna do
was Rare
Rare's not
Replay was
gonna do it.
such a bundle, man.
Oh
Yeah.
man. All right, I got all my bars off, man. So I guess we'll get into the next topic. Scale, you got this one. We were supposed to talk about this last week, so I'm excited to talk about it now.
Yep. All right, my turn. All right, Halo. We were talking about a little earlier about mascots and Xbox things. Halo expected to announce a new game this year. It is claimed this comes from Insider Gaming, by the way. A new claim that states that Halo Studios is seemingly gearing up to announce a new Halo game this year. Spotted by GameRax Industry Insider Rebs Gaming recently spoke about the imminent out. Sorry, I don't have my glasses, y'all. If y'all hear me stutter a couple times, I have an appointment next week.
Let him know, Skill.
I gotta let them know. But Amid an announcement of an upcoming Halo game, his tweet revealed that the studio has been playtesting future games for the franchise on a weekly basis. Rebs Gaming added, since they are this far in development, I expect at least one new Halo game announcement this year. The details about this unannounced Halo game come from a YouTube video Rebs Gaming posted earlier this week, in which he discussed the new Halo Studios playtest lab. The new initiative was revealed through a LinkedIn post about centralized testing space that can host staff from different departments so they can playtest games together. It sounds like a good job. Shares ideas and build better relationships. Rebs Gaming also mentioned that another hint about an unannounced Halo game in the same post. The support, safety, and playtest manager Susan Bunch stated that it seems that they've hosted a playtest session for the artists and designers to come in and play similar maps in production. Based on this, the insider speculates that we might receive a reveal pretty soon if maps for the upcoming Halo title are already in production. Initial thoughts. I'll start with you, Nova. What you think about this? Anything you want to see? Scared? Happy? What do you think?
So when I first read this, I was thinking like they said Halo games with an S on a weekly basis. Y'all got that much content over there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like games. But towards the end of the article, though, they discussed some maps. So I'm thinking that it's maybe something like some type of shooter of sorts. You know, maybe a new rendition of some Halo shooter somewhere. But hopefully they have like a Halo Wars, another Halo Wars they're cooking up over there. Or who knows what they might be doing a Halo MMO. Who knows, man?
Halo MMO would go hard as hell, though.
Yeah, it would be kind of clean, though. They got a lot
it
of
would be kind of clean.
But I just don't know how they're throwing all of these games together. It says they have a playtest lab. They got a bunch of Halo assets that they could just quickly throw together some type of, quick run game and just see if it's cooking or not. But I love the Halo universe, man. We all grew up on Halo, back in the day. So it's always exciting to hear that some more Halo news is being cooked up right now and some more Halo content is coming out, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what they drop. I'm excited to see some of these maps, man. We're going to see what they're going to do. My initial thoughts.
Same. Nick, I asked you the same question. What are your thoughts on an upcoming Halo game announcement this year?
Can I wreck this story a little bit?
Absolutely.
I think this testing lab's been there for a while. I don't think it's new. Apparently, it's been there for some time, like at least 3-4 years. But that doesn't necessarily mean the other part of it is not true. It could still be that something Halo related could be announced this year. I just don't think the link there between that testing lab and a potential announcement is there. I mean, we were talking about it on our show. There could still be something Halo announced, whether that's a port of Master Chief Collection to other platforms.
That's highly likely.
Whether that's the rumored Halo remake, whether like you have to wonder how quickly. So how quickly do we think they could whip up a Halo CE remake in Unreal Engine 5?
Oh, that would be beautiful, though.
That would be a good looking game.
How quickly?
How quickly do we think?
When did they?
Because they kind of teased it.
Yeah, they teased
when
it.
they. Yeah.
But as far as a remake goes, I don't know if that would be this year. In Unreal Engine 5?
An announced, though. But announced.
An announced, okay. That I could see that coming Summer Game Fest or Xbox Showcase this summer. Quite possibly for an announcement. They already teased at Halo Studio a couple months back, right? Showing some vistas in Unreal Engine 5. So yeah, I could see an announcement for it probably this summer.
Because the beauty of a Halo remake is the game's already there, including the remaster. So they've already remastered it once.
Yeah.
So you just sort of, again, I'm not a bloody developer, so I don't know the process of, are they just building over the top of it? Are they building it from scratch? Absolutely no idea. But I'd like to believe that an Unreal Engine 5 remake of Halo CE wouldn't be a years-long process.
Right.
Like, you're not writing the game, you're not, at its core, you're not really changing anything.
Right.
Right. Unless you're doing a full reboot and adding a bunch of stuff to it for like canon purposes.
Right.
So
maybe, but the rumor alleges just a straight up Unreal Engine 5 remake. That's true. That's what I think the rumors that were floating around are. So you'd want to believe that shouldn't take too long.
Right.
Hopefully.
Okay.
And then you've got arguably the best Unreal Engine studio in the world next door.
Yeah.
In the Coalition.
And probably second best with Ninja Theory now.
Yeah, maybe. Look, I'd still argue Coalition only because of what they're able to pull off. Get it running at 60. You know, there are modifications that the Coalition has made to Unreal that they go and make it part of the Unreal Engine proper. Like, if anyone is as good, if not better than Epic with their own engine, it's Coalition.
Yeah, it is. I think that's a fact.
They're freaks. They're absolute freaks.
Yeah,
unbelievable. But yeah, I don't know. I hope so. But the only thing I would expect is Master Chief Collection going to other platforms. That's all I'd probably expect this year.
You think that's probably what's been the holdup? I know everybody's third-party publishers are probably a little upset. Or other publishers rather, with Nintendo delaying their announcement for so much because a lot of people wanted to make those announcements probably some time ago. Do you think that with Xbox's strategy, because they want their partners to announce those games just like they did with Grounded and stuff for Nintendo, that this would be something that we would see in April whenever they announce the Switch and games that will be there day one?
That would make sense. That would make sense. Like, it would be a big deal for Nintendo to have this direct, and you've got like Master Chief Collection and whatever else is rumored at this direct. Right. It would be a pretty big deal.
It would.
That would be a big deal.
As long as my only takeaway, I guess. Look at Zach Riley over here dropping codes.
Oh, Hades Odyssey. Here we go.
That's a classic.
That's a classic.
Hey. Okay.
You guys better be quick.
Nick's he's working it.
He said he got his redeem stuff ready.
Yes, sir. Guys better be quick.
So what was I getting at? The biggest thing that worries me about Nintendo with Master Chief Collection being on Nintendo, it's like I hope they revamp their Nintendo's online system.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's a must.
Oh god.
Like that's, people can want achievements on there. That's fine. I don't really care too much about achievements and whatsoever. It's that their online is like their downfall. Trying to play Splatoon with somebody else, bro, or Animal Crossing and how that works with its saves. And it's a mess. So hopefully they figure something out. And Microsoft is all about not having competitors but partners. Right. And it could be something that they probably helps Nintendo on, which is probably why Nintendo was happily agreeable during the FTC case to let Microsoft get ABK. So maybe they're partnering up for something bigger, man, and they're helping out with that. And there's probably some.
Would they show COD on Switch at that
time? I don't know if. So I'm oblivious to how what are those called whenever somebody sends you the system before it comes out?
SDKs,
the developer kits, right? So I'm unsure. I don't know how Nintendo does developer kits for publishers and stuff, and I'm unsure if Activision received developer kits to work on Black Ops 6 to get it ported over to Nintendo Switch. But I bet your ass that the next Call of Duty installment in October would probably be on the Switch.
I mean, it would be a pretty safe bet to say that at the very least, Mojang would have Switch 2 dev kits quite a while back.
That's true. Yes.
Nintendo, like, I reckon if you could go back in time, Nintendo would probably try and buy Minecraft.
Yo,
like,
man, that's their
Nintendo,
game.
Yeah.
Nintendo treats Minecraft like it's theirs. They treat it like it's a Nintendo game, which Microsoft would absolutely love. Like ask yourself, Nintendo doesn't want their IP in Fortnite, but they allowed it in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Which is owned by their direct competitor.
Right.
But they were more than happy for Mario to be in Minecraft. What does that tell you about how they view Minecraft?
Right.
Yeah. Minecraft definitely fits their brand for sure.
For sure.
Like, 100%, if you gave them a time machine, they would be forking out the $2.5 billion for Minecraft. 100% they would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big facts.
But
do you see Black Ops 6 being on the Switch too, or you think they'll wait for the next installment?
what if they start with COD Mobile?
I don't know.
Instead of trying to push Black Ops 6.
I'm not sure. Maybe that would work.
COD Mobile's pretty successful.
Yeah, it is.
And like I've played it on my iPad and my phone, and visually it holds its own.
Yeah.
It's not a sack of shit. It's actually a decent game.
Yeah.
So I could see them testing the waters with COD Mobile. But again, without knowing the specs of the Switch 2, we have no idea what this thing is capable of yet.
Right.
From a third-party perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and if it's rumored to be as powerful as a PS4 Pro, because it does have DLSS with the NVIDIA chip that's in it, and Peak Agi, he says there's a PS4 port of Black Ops 6, so I definitely think it's feasible. So you're not wrong.
I think it would make it look a lot better if you get Black Ops 6. It would just look better that you're running the newest Call of Duty on your new system. It would just look, the optics look good.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Is it my go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what they're talking about. I've heard all the rumors about Master Chief Collection going to PS5 and Nintendo Switch 2, right? So don't know if that's what they're talking about. We do know about the rumored Combat Evolve remake, right? And I'm gonna say something, the chat got mad at me about a while ago. I want a new Halo game, right? If it's Halo Wars, like Nova said, I'm 100% down. That's my kind of game. I love Halo Wars. But unless it's a reboot or it is a create your own Spartan type of RPG shooter, I don't want it, man. I need either a reboot or a create your own Spartan, right? And maybe Master Chief. I'm not saying kill off Chief or anything like that. Maybe Chief is like your mentor. Right. I know you look like Master Chief, Nick. But listen, did you like that picture I sent of you and Kay Asante? While y'all was in,
that was
Germany?
very good.
Because Kay Asante.
We knew that was coming. Like that was part of the reason we took that picture together, because we both look like we starred in the Halo show.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
I did that in like 5 minutes, man, after you posted that. I was like, oh, too easy.
That was good.
But yeah, I don't want a Halo 6 or Halo 7 rather, after Infinite story. I want a reboot or create your own Master Chief. Just let Chief be like, you know, a young Chief telling me to go off somewhere on a mission and me and my team go do work. You know what I mean? That's what I would want personally. I love Master Chief. I do think Master Chief, in my opinion, he's a robot. It worked for back in the day. I don't think it works for now for me. Right? Like, not saying I don't like Halo Infinite. I loved Halo Infinite. But this motherfucker's always trying to finish the fight and can't do it.
That'll be forever in our heads, bro. Like, finish the fight. Oh, we're still not done. Oh, all right.
Yeah, some of the better aspects between him and Cortana, like, that's gone now. Yeah, man. I need something more. So Halo Wars reboot or create your own Spartan type of Halo game within the same universe, because I love the lore. That's what I think. A lot of people love the Halo lore, right? Like God of War is different. Why does anybody want a God of War live service game? People play God of War because they want to play as Kratos, right?
I want to beat some ass.
Yeah,
you want to beat some ass, and Kratos has depth as a character, right?
Yeah,
he has internal and external motivations, and to a fault. I mean, I know like the creation of Master Chief makes sure that he's not like that, right? Like it's just a mission, finish the fight, I need a weapon, all that kind of stuff, right? But like, I'm more interested in the Halo universe than I am in Master Chief. And I hope that doesn't blow anybody's caskets, you know. But that's just my opinion, though. You know what I mean? But that's not to say I don't love Halo. I absolutely do love Halo. We grew up on Halo. We love the multiplayer. We love Halo 1. Halo 2 is my absolute favorite.
Really?
The ODST games were great.
Halo 5, ODST was amazing, but I don't know. Halo 2 is my least favorite out of all of them.
Oh, why is that? I'm curious. Why is that?
I don't know. The campaign is maybe part of the problem is that I played it on Legendary and beat it on Legendary, and it's the biggest bastard on Legendary out of all of them.
Snipers don't miss.
It's horrible, bro. Okay.
So I think that might be partially responsible for why I don't like Halo 2.
Right.
But then even playing through Anniversary, I barely remember any of it, which makes me think it was also a very forgettable campaign compared to all the others.
Okay.
I feel like when most people talk about Halo 2, it's about the multiplayer.
And a lot
of people talk about the campaign. It's just about the multiplayer, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, those maps and the multiplayer!" And we used to have so much fun. Xbox Live, this, that, the other. Like that was the game that turned Xbox Live into the system it became.
It is.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what most people remember.
And that's probably you're probably right.
Evangelize.
That's probably why I'm
right.
so biased towards it. To Macer Tech's point, Halo 3 was fucking phenomenal.
Halo 3 was good.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, 5 is down. Is like it had its moments, but
fantastic multiplayer though.
Fantastic and a fantastic.
Love the multiplayer.
Opening. The opening for Halo 5 was fucking crazy good. But just give me a create your own Spartan, bro. I want to beat some ass with
You know what I'd want?
What's up?
I want Halo Wars to be turn-based.
That would be phenomenal.
Rather than real time.
Yes, make it like Civ.
So like Gears Tactics.
Yeah,
like Gears Tactics, or like Mario plus Rabbids, but with Halo.
A Gears Tactics style Halo would be fucking phenomenal. Yes,
that's what I'd like myself. I think that would be awesome. I would love for Halo Wars 3 to be that, to be turn-based.
Okay.
And then when an actual, so once you've made your move and when an actual battle ensues, then it's like Mario plus Rabbids. I don't know if you've ever played Mario plus Rabbids, but in Mario plus Rabbids, when your character attacks another after you've made the move, it gets all cinematic and the camera zooms in, and I think something like that in Halo would work super well.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
I don't know.
I liked it. Mm-hmm. I love those kind of games. Anyways, tactical, top down.
Like Marvel, Midnight Suns.
Bruh, that was one of the most slept on games. I get disappointed. I was like, have you played Midnight Suns? No, I haven't played. But bruh, what are you doing? You got to play.
Halo could work like that too.
Yeah, it could. 100%. No, I love that. Magna said that would sell like shit. Fuck you.
Maybe.
Magnum.
Like, I don't deny that for a single second, but I don't care about the sales. I care about the quality of the game. I don't care about the sales.
It's in Game Pass. Who cares? Like, that's all I want to play it. All right, man. Yeah, that's my bars, man. So I guess we'll go off to. And first of all, thanks to everybody for being here. We really appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and thanks again to Special Nick for being here, hanging out with us. If y'all could, man, hit that like button. Subscribe if you can. That would be amazing. Supernova, you got the next topic, man.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to Eurogamer for this article. It says Capcom updates on Monster Hunter Wilds performance improvement, says it's aiming to lower PC GPU requirements. Excitement continues to mount ahead of Monster Hunter Wilds release next month. But if there's one big question marks around the whole thing, is just what sort of performance improvements Capcom has been cooking up since its rather wobbly public beta. And the publisher has now given a brief update on performance alongside confirmation it's looking into lowering the game's recommended GPU requirements on PC. Luckily, Skell and I got a chance to try the game out while we was at PAX. There was a couple issues there, but it obviously super early build. When we went and played it. I think we had like maybe a crash and we had to start over real quick, but still fun game. Mm-hmm. Monster Hunter Wilds' first public beta went live last October, and it immediately became clear that there was still work to be done on the performance front. Players soon took to internet to highlight everything from erratic frame rates, even on decently beefy PCs, to unfortunate visual glitches, making the whole thing look like Capcom's lead platform was the N64. They cooked them on this one. I didn't say that, Capcom. That's not me, Capcom.
They got like that.
They said N64, bro.
And not even GameCube. They went to 60. That's blocks.
Yeah, they said we throwing it back. They said we taking all the polygons. But it says there was hope among fans that some of these improvements might be evident in Monster Hunter Wilds' second open beta scheduled to run from the 7th to the 9th of February, but Capcom recently confirmed that would not be the case. Monster Hunter official German social media channel recently posted, as per Google Translate, that the team has been addressing rendering issues from the open beta test, and it's continually working on improvements for launch. These assurances were accompanied by video offering what Capcom called a look at our updated prioritized performance more for PS5, albeit not a particularly illuminating one given the less than stellar quality of Twitter's. I always get caught up when it says X. Twitter's video player prioritizes performance mode, aka prioritize frame rate targets up to 60 FPS on PS5 and Xbox Series X compared to 30 FPS when using graphics mode. This is pretty much the same thing as other games have done in that same space. Mm-hmm. For the record, Monster Hunter Wild launches on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PS5 on the 28th of February, right around the corner. So I'm going to ask you first, Viking. Do you think that considering that they won't be able to squeeze it in for this 7th through the 9th open beta, do you think that they will be able to fit it in this performance update before they release the game in February? Or will they have to push the game back?
I don't think they'll. They'll push the game back. I think you'll run into a situation just like Dragon's Dogma kind of had, to where on like lesser end hardware it will struggle in certain instances. We saw kind of what the fights were like, right? Like it was doing a lot with the environment.
for sure.
With the monsters, and then plus, you got your other characters that are around you too, fighting the beast or whatever. But I really do think that I don't think they'll delay it. I hope they don't. But I do think it will struggle for the first couple weeks, if not for like a month, on things that are CPU capped, quite possibly, right? Don't know. Did they state that it was a GPU issue or mostly CPU bottleneck? Probably.
They just said GPU. They only talked about GPU in the article for the most part. They didn't really talk about anything related to the CPU.
Yeah, so
it's gonna vary so much between GPUs.
Yeah, so I think it'll probably be fine on playable, at least, right, on PlayStation and Series X consoles. It's too soon to say for Series S. The Series S is the little engine that could, so hopefully it gets some love and can run the game fairly well. But hey, listen, if you ain't upgrade your CPU by now, looking at you, Nova.
Bro, I'm about to. Hey, yes, that is me. He is me.
You might have to this year, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming that Dragon's Dogma had that issue on a couple of instances, right? If there was multiple big monsters fighting, or if you're like in the city, especially in the city. But
definitely,
I could see with Capcom's game and how it looks visually and what's like all the stuff that's happening within the environment, that it will probably be a lot like inside and outside the highly populated areas. So yeah. That's what I hope. I hope they get it fixed by then, but I don't think they'll delay the game though.
Yeah. If they're, because reason why I just asked that, and I'm gonna ask you next, Nick, because if you're unable to get that into the upcoming beta, that's only a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks prior to the full release of the game, it's got me wondering. So, what do you think about that, Nick?
You want me to be completely honest with you? I am the absolute worst person on earth to ask about Monster Hunter because I've never played Monster Hunter.
What?
Would you believe? I tried many years ago. I tried a demo of it, and it just was not for me because the combat was so heavy.
Yes,
and
heavy.
Obviously by design. Like it wasn't like it was just a crappy game. That's how they designed it. They designed the combat to feel that way. And as someone coming from God of War, Devil May Cry, all that sort of stuff, Monster Hunter was just like, whoa, this is a massive departure from that type of very fast hack and slash game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So as a result, I just ended up not ever playing Monster Hunter games. But it's nuts to see how much that IP has grown into like arguably Capcom's biggest IP.
Yeah.
Which is something I never would have seen coming 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
It's nuts how big that game is now.
But the thing about it, I don't know if they've always had it, because I think, I can't remember which Monster Hunter was the first one, but they give you like the game pacing changes depending upon which weapon you decide to main, so they have a little bit faster combat with like long swords or daggers and things of that nature. So it just fully depends on which weapon suits the way that you would like to play the game.
The pacing definitely kicked up later in the Monster Hunter series because they added a lot of those quick hitting weapons. Like at first it was like just big hammers, big swords, bone swords. It was just big stuff. But I think for quality of life and to get new people in, it was like they added those quick things so you can move around. They're weaker for sure, but like, and now it makes you appreciate the big weapons because you get big knocks. So it's like they made it to where you can appreciate both ends of the weapon spectrum, I guess.
When I was at Gamescom, Monster Hunter had like the biggest line out of everything.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Everyone
was lining up to play Monster Hunter. It was.
I don't think we would have been able to even play it at PAX if we didn't like have a reservation to be at.
For sure, the line was crazy.
It was nuts. And then on top of that, they were like, "Hey, like, you guys want to take a picture?" It was yeah, why not, right? And then they walk us over to the little booth, and it's just they wanted us to get on the back of the same animal that you ride around in the game, and I was like, "Bro, I'm too big to be getting on that."
I was like, "Are you serious?"
It was like, actually, I was like, "Nah, we're cool." But no, it's a pretty cool game, and for those larger weapons. They do reward you a little bit because with the larger weapons you get a chance to like break the horns off and get special items and stuff because you're having to do the slow grunt work in the game. So yeah,
okay.
So yeah, but I'm gonna ask you next, Skelly. You think they're gonna be able to squeeze in all these improvements before release date, or is there a chance that it could potentially be pushed back, or you think they're gonna be able to fit it in before the 28th?
I don't think they'll push it back. I think it'll release. Even if they don't fix it, it'll release with it. I think it's just gonna be how it is and what it is when it comes out. And I think they'll try to optimize and get those things handled over time. But I think the community is fucking foaming at the mouth for this game, and I don't think they can. I don't think they can delay it. Well, they can do whatever they want, obviously, to get it correct. But dude, I think people have been playing Monster Hunter on their 3DSs. This game has been at 30 frames and chugging sometimes for a long time. Like that 60 frames on Monster Hunter, that's not a common thing. You know what I mean? It not until World really when people were playing on other systems and stuff like that. But it was never that kind of smooth running type of spectacle. So if they are going to release it to get it chugging and like being at 30, and they're updated now, they should have it at 60, but I don't even think we played it at 60 though.
We didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, even if we didn't get that, I think they're just going to give the 30s and then like the 60s will chug and have issues, but the 30s will run fine. But I think down the line they'll get that fixed and optimized. But I think it's just going to release however much progress they made, and people are going to like it regardless. Yeah. Personally, I think because Monster Hunter is kind of niche, right? Just as Nick was saying, it's not his type of thing. It's not a lot of people's. I didn't grow up playing Monster Hunter like that because I like him. I played a demo and I was like, I can't get into this. There's so much text. There's so much in depth with that game. I could not get into it either. But then, boy, I picked up Monster Hunter World, and that's a lot of people's like good introduction into the game. It's kind of like the Elden Ring for Monster Hunter. It got people into that, you know what I mean? And same here, because once you play that, it's a little more, it's a little, I don't want to say easier, but it's just quality of life is everything on that one. And it's still in depth and still technical set to the T, but they improved upon that. It makes it very like easier to get into, and I love it now. So I'm geeked to play this. So I'll say the fans of this, they're not going to care. They're going to play this regardless. So I don't think they will push it. I don't think they'll push it back because I think they need to get it out. But I have hope that they'll get it right. But at the same time, Dragon's Dogma, them towns were not. It was a struggle bus, bro. You could really use it as a benchmark. It was benchmarking a lot of people. Like people were using that game as a benchmark for their setups and rigs. I was not, but it was crazy because I couldn't get 60 frames in town, not even close. And then, but would not go into a cave and everything is settled down. Then them frames would jump up. So it's like, and then that was more of a CPU thing too. So. Like people are recommending that you would go into towns and kill NPCs as many as you can, and then your frame rates would boost. So hopefully it's more of GPU than CPU, and then it's maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a little different to fix, but it's I say that all to say I don't think they'll delay it, but I think that it'll be pretty close. We'll really see during the beta. If it's not going well during the beta, it probably will not be fixed by release day.
Yeah. And hopefully, man, they don't have to push it back, man, because just like you said, I'm foaming at the mouth. I'm one of those people, man. I had to look it up. It was Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate was the first one that I played, man, on the Wii U back in the day. Specifically because you can play cross between, I think it was the 3DS, they could play, and then you could also play together, which was super dope. But they're cooking. They're doing a lot of cool stuff with this one, man. Hopefully it can perform well. Specifically, remember they was talking about how some monsters like will walk in herds, or they have their own animalistic. Bro,
fuck your CPU up.
Woo! It's going to be cooking. It's going to be cooking. Make sure your coolers are good. Give me one.
Yeah, bro. Because I don't know. I'm ready for the game to come out. Hopefully they don't push it back. But Capcom is usually pretty good when it comes to the performance of their games, man. I still feel like Exo Primal didn't get as much shine as it should have got.
Yeah, Exo Primal was a great. Did you play Exo Primal, Nick?
I did not.
No?
Yeah.
No,
Did not. I heard good things. I heard good things about it, but I did not.
It was solid.
It was a nice little mix between PvP/PvE gameplay, the story as you're progressing. You know, you're playing X amount of PvP games against people, and then they start hitting you with more and more of the story, so you can see what's going on. Capcom, man,
that was actually one of the first games I ever played that was like that. That was one of the first games I ever played that had a PvE like section first, and then you're just going through the stages, and then it turns to PvP, and it's a brawl. It's like, oh, we've been waiting to fight. It's like, we've been waiting to fight, and that was really cool. And the fact that, like you said, the story is unlocked as you play the game, it had me wanting to play the game more. It's like, I want to know more. It's like, and the only way to do it is to play it. So, and the fact that it was a multiplayer game at that, it was like, that was just that was a sneak gameplay loop right there for people. Like,
Intruder.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
That shit was cool, man. Yeah.
But that's all I had on that topic, man. Hopefully it can come out in good shape, man. So we can all have fun, man.
I think it'll be relatively decent. You won't see anybody crash out on it unless there are mechanics like Dragon's Dogma was trying to charge people for what was it they were charging for?
I think for
traversal,
being mobile,
like
going from city to cities and stuff like that. Fast travel, essentially.
Yeah, fast travel. So unless they have some weird ass mechanic that's going to enrage people to write reviews, then people probably won't talk about the performance very much. But if they do, then they're gonna get that ass clapped in the review, in them comments.
It's seeming like Monster Hunter can do no wrong, man. Their fan base has been thugging it. They're kind of like the Souls community, honestly, because like I said, it's hard to kind of get into those games, so they're gonna love their game probably regardless. It'll be the new people that kill it, if anything.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. We are almost done and wrapped up, but I do have to say or ask, Special Nick, we have the Xbox Developer Direct coming up this Thursday. Lots of rumors swirling about the fourth game, and I know a lot of people is like Ninja Gaiden. We saw it during that sketch that Idle Sloth.
Wasn't that like an AI made sketch?
Say it ain't so.
I'm not sure. He shared the video. I don't know if it was AI or not.
I thought that was like an AI or a fan made sketch thing. I don't think that was something from Xbox.
It was not from Xbox, but that's the rumor going around is that it's Ninja Gaiden.
It looks so good too. I was like, that's a good way to, if they do the direct that way, little intro.
Yeah, it was cool. But do you think they only show 4 games?
No.
Okay. How many games do you think they show?
All right. I reckon there'll be 5 and possibly even 6.
Ooh.
And with the 5 and 6, what would you personally like to see?
Me, I want to see Gears Collection so my hell can finally end.
Yeah, people been riding on you.
But maybe like Final Fantasy 16's Xbox port.
Okay,
might be a neat, because the thing is, if you like the way the logic works in my head is, if you tell people 5 games and they start doing what everyone's now doing with the 4th game, everyone's like, oh, what is it? What is it? And all of a sudden that pressure increases on that 4th game.
Yeah.
If you don't tell people there's a 5th and you just plonk FF16 in there, everyone's like, oh, cool, there's FF16 on Xbox finally. Do you know what I mean? Where if you hint at a 5th game, allude to a 5th game, people then start to get in their own heads, oh my God, it's going to be this game that everyone wants. Oh my God, it's going to be this amazing. And you know how people get out of control and they start to wish for unrealistic stuff. So that's why I think there'll be a 5th and maybe even like a teaser or something for a 6th. but they don't want to say it because then people will get all in their heads about it and get all psychotic.
Yeah, for sure. Can I say one for you about the 6th game that might just be a teaser? I think it's going to be Everwild if there's a 6th game.
Bro,
yeah.
I thought you
That
was
might be
gonna
a
say
good one.
Echo
Echo
the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin. No,
Count
no
it.
fucking shot.
Clock it. Y'all look right at me if it's announced.
No fucking shot. I have a lot of apologizing to do to homeboy that wrote that article.
Sam, let's come on, Sam.
Echo the Dolphin. That'd be funny.
Hell no. He was like,
Crazy.
people are speculating it's going to show up at the Xbox. I was like, Sam, get your ass out of here.
But
bro.
if it's part of a Sega collection, they announce it again. Kind of counts.
That would be lit though.
That would be crazy.
I want to know why Sega's not doing a Virtua Fighter collection.
Collection?
Collection would be
Oh my
crazy.
god! Like they're talking about the anniversary of Virtua Fighter. They're doing a new Virtua Fighter, as if you're not making a collection for the 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
That'd be
Come on, man! Seriously, I've wanted an arcade perfect port of Virtua Fighter 1 for my whole life,
Yeah.
and it doesn't exist outside of the PS2 in Japan. It's like, come on, man!
Damn.
What are you
That
doing
new
over
one
there?
looks sweet though. If it really
Oh,
plays how they were
God.
blocking, I was like, that's some next level stuff right there.
Look, it'd be interesting to see how they pull that off because
Yeah.
I don't like the very, very, very first clip we saw of Virtua Fighter 6. That looked like Virtua Fighter's combat. So I'm like, okay, so it's just going to play like Virtua Fighter, but look a lot nicer, which I'm fine with that. But then that other clip they showed was like full on choreographed parrying,
Yes.
and I'm like, whoa, how do you do
Dynamic
that?
blocking. Yeah.
Yeah, how do you do that in a video game? And like in my head, the only thing I can think of is maybe they have like a new mechanic or a new thing where normally you've got your traditional block button,
Right. You go like
and you
backwards.
might just hold that down and block everything and whatever. But maybe they have a special counter / parry / block button, and you only get to hold it down for a certain amount of time. Like
There
maybe
it
you get a
is.
meter on it.
Yep.
And while that meter's still there, you're doing that flowing parrying, and then you
Right,
can counter
you
back
just-
with a hit, whatever. But once that meter's out and you try and hold that button down, you're fucked. Like you're
Punished,
just going to get the
yes.
shit kicked out of you.
Punished. Yep. Mhm.
So you have to balance. But if both of you are holding that button down, all of a sudden you get that flow that you saw in that clip.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just in my head. I'm trying to rationalize how you pull that off in a video game.
Right, because you couldn't just be both characters just holding block the whole like it does. Video fighting games
Exactly
don't
right.
work like that.
That's right. Unless
not.
there's some new thing that they're bringing in, like a special metered counter / parry button that you can hold down, and during that window that you've got, you're doing that flowing parry.
Yes.
So every hit they throw at you, you just zoop, 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 parry it. But you got to be careful because you got a meter on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how else they do it.
And that's pretty similar to what Street Fighter 6 does right now too. You get the perfect parry, but if you just hold parry, it just does like a little blocking sequence while using some meter at the same time. So that would be fitting.
Yeah,
That could work.
I hope so.
Cool,
Oh man, because that looks so good.
It
It looks so good. Oh my god.
No, that looked crazy good. I was like, how in the hell do they do this? Yeah.
That's
that
all
was
I kept
crazy.
thinking. How do you do that in a game? How do you do
Right.
it? And because it was seamless. Like in the original, in anyone who's seen a fighting game, you can literally see where a person's pushing the button and
Yes.
Yeah.
where everything is happening. You can see the seams. What we saw in that trailer, I'm sure it was faked, but what we saw in that trailer was like a choreographed movie fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
That just flowed. There was no seam. There was no stopping. You don't know where the player was inputting buttons to pull that off.
Yeah.
How do you do that in a fighting game?
And if that's possible, right? And it is competitive, right? Meaning that stuff is not easy to do. That would
my
make
God.
for insane esports
Epic.
tournaments, bro.
Oh,
It would make epic moments. So epic.
Evo
yes.
would go crazy with that. Could you imagine the clips of like the the best fighter or the best players in the world going toe to toe in that game, and they're doing the craziest parries, and it's just and it's looking so cinematic.
Right.
Yeah. That would be the best fighter to watch competitive.
Yes.
Yeah.
By a mile.
Sure.
By a mile.
100%.
Oh.
There's
look, fingers crossed.
Yeah, there's a reason why that Sega clip, not Sega clip, that Street Fighter clip went so hard back in the day. Yes, because like that shit looked choreographed. It's like,
yes,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, the parries, that's so hard to do.
It's
you know what's crazy is Justin Wong still plays off that to this day, bro.
Yeah,
like you watch his content, he's still doing that. That was from like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
he's still doing it. Yeah,
that was an insane moment,
man.
All right, cool, man. What's
sorry to take us off on a Virtua Fighter tangent there.
No, that was fantastic, man. And I'm glad I got that out of you. You guys heard it here first. Nick said there will be 6 games that shows up at
what?
Got him.
You heard it here first. Go spread it like wildfire. Just clip it.
And then when it doesn't happen, attack me relentlessly for
it. Liar.
All right.
Yeah.
What is y'all sentiment scaling over on? Do you think it'll only be the 4 games, or you think they'll probably show some more?
You can go ahead.
Yeah, I honestly think there's gonna be more than 4 games, man. I can easily see them opening up some space on that screen and plopping some more games in there and giving us some extra content. I agree with what Nick said, man. It does add a lot more pressure. I feel like you have these set number of games, and those games are going to have to hit. But it's a nicety to just be like, oh, okay, this is a nice aside game, or not to say that the games themselves are small games, but it's nice to get some surprises that you really wasn't expecting. And it's some quality content coming to the console that you love. Yeah, definitely more.
For sure. I already know what you're going to say, Scale. Silk Song or L Show, right?
No. There's no
God,
Silk
could you imagine?
L Show.
Oh my God, if Silk Song showed up, bro, that would be...
Wherever that game shows up, it's going to be the best show ever. Period. It's going to be the best. So
that's
somebody needs to
people in
book
the
that.
chat be talking about, bro.
Yes.
L Show, no Silk Song. But
That's
do you think there'll be more than 4 games though?
I think so. I agree that it does add pressure. It's the same kind of pressure with the shadow drops. It's like if you give them shadow drops every time, like, and y'all know me.
Yeah.
Love me a shadow drop.
If they train you on
shadow drops are amazing.
Yeah. But like you're saying, if they train you for that and you don't get it, you're extra hurt and you just ruin the surprise that they did for you. So I do want to say there's going to be more than 4. What I would want, I'm cool with those 4. I know it probably won't. I know it won't be there, but Oblivion remake, man, please come into my life. I just need to. I need it. I know they're going to do their own thing and announce that any kind of way if that's true. But man, I need that. I need that so much.
Yeah, I really hope they're mistaken. I hope it's a Morrowind remake, but I'll take
either
Oblivion
one.
too.
Honestly, I'll take either one. Either if it's all just a remake, I'll take either one.
I'll take either one. As also,
I'll take either one. I need something to sink my. After playing Indiana Jones, I need to go back into the caves and I need to search around and stuff. Like I really want that, or either that, or give me that Echo the Dolphin. Like I'm saying.
No, you're not getting that. Calm down.
Can you imagine this opens up with the water?
No, if I see a dolphin splash up on my screen, bro, I'm leaving. If I hear that noise, then
and then it drives up with new graphics.
Did you not like Echo the Dolphin?
No, I just don't. I just
don't want it to be there.
I don't want it to be there. Yeah, it can have its own announcement somewhere. I'm sure people will love it.
Yeah.
Legendary Japanese.
Legendary Japanese game. Yeah, I'm good, bro.
That narrows it down to like about 15 franchises.
Right. I do like the Ninja Gaiden. I'm actually very scared if it's Ninja Gaiden because that is the Souls game before Souls. That difficulty feels unfair to me though. It's like fixed camera, bullets coming out of nowhere. So I kind of hope I would not mind seeing that again because it is synonymous with Xbox and it just makes sense. Like Like Ryu Hayabusa is a fire character. He's in DOA as well, fire character. Like I think it would be sweet to see that. I'm curious.
He's Halo armor as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The Hayabusa armor. Hey, that shit was just so difficult, man. Like, and I play Souls.
Oh my god, it was a bastard of a game.
Ooh, I remember some demon woman giving me the work for a long time.
Bro, was she in the church?
Yes.
Like, bro,
she comes out with the cutscene.
Yes. I remember she was beating my ass for 3 days. I rented the game from Hollywood Video, had to return it because I couldn't beat her, bro. Had to rent it again to beat her.
Damn.
Bro, that game was so difficult. I remember getting shot at it with there's just stuff off screen. Like everybody can fight. And they have one of the best intro bosses with the nunchuck guy. That game sets the tone from there on. He is beating your ass, man. I will never forget.
My assumption is that a new modern day Ninja Gaiden would have the full 3D proper camera with the proper view, so less of that stuff could happen. That would be my assumption. It wouldn't be fixed camera anymore. But the difficulty's been a thing in Ninja Gaiden since day one. Like keep in mind I'm a very old man. But I first played the original Ninja Gaiden in the arcades. Now, I don't know how many of you have played that original arcade game, but Jesus Christ, it was hard as balls. Like,
I believe it. But they had an NES version too, right? Or a Super Nintendo?
The NES was a 2D side scroller. The original was more like a scrolling beat 'em up, like your Final Fights and all that sort of stuff. And I just remember as a very young kid playing that game and thinking it was the coolest shit ever because you could like run up walls, do a backflip, end up behind the enemy you were fighting, and you've caught him off guard and you just kick the shit out of him. You jump up onto like ledges, flip up, attack him, get back down. Like it made you feel so fucking cool. It's unfortunate the Wii shop is dead because they released that arcade port on the Wii Virtual Console.
Oh, dang.
So for those of you lucky enough to grab it, I mean, look, the only way to probably play that original Ninja Gaiden now is with emulators.
Ooh, don't say that word. Yakuza gonna come after you.
Well, that's why, if the Wii shop was still open, I'd be telling everyone to buy it on the Wii, but the Wii shop's closed, so they can get fucked. So if you happen to have a Raspberry Pi or something like that, try and get a hold of that original Ninja Gaiden arcade game. That's where it all started. It's amazing, but hard as balls because it was an arcade game, so it was designed to be a cheap prick that you had to keep pumping your money into.
Right.
The original microtransactions, you could say.
Oh, there you go.
It's oh my god, it was amazing, and I hate that I'm so old that I'm one of the only people that like played it because it was such a good game, the original Ninja Gaiden. Like it really made you feel cool as a ninja. Like that was the game that made me love being a ninja in games. And then Shinobi came along, and then and then as a kid, it's funny. As a kid, I dreamed of this game in my head of being a ninja, and then Mark of the Ninja came out, and I'm like, holy shit, this is the game that I dreamed about playing as a kid, where you're just a ninja hiding in the shadows, and you'd sneak through tunnels and blah, 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 and just take people out, and oh my god, have you played Mark of the Ninja?
No.
Okay.
I have to check it out.
It got remade for Xbox One and PS4 and I think Switch. So you can get it now. Just please do yourselves a favor and get Mark of the Ninja.
Mark of the Ninja.
Perfection. It is absolute perfection. It's such a good game.
Oh, that does look cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
Trust me, you'll love it. I'd be shocked if you don't love that game. I would be shocked.
All right.
It is so good.
Prepare to be shocked just because you said that.
One of the ultimate stealth games.
Yeah, okay.
All about stealth.
All right, yeah, I'm with it.
So I can't believe all three of you have not played Mark of the Ninja.
I'm gonna play it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I don't think it's very expensive.
This is available. Oh, it's on Steam. Okay.
Yeah, it's on everything.
Yeah, all right, cool. Oh, sweet. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll check it out.
Sorry, I should call it its proper name, Mark of the Ninja Remastered, because the original was an Xbox Live Arcade game.
Okay.
So then they released the remastered version for everything by Clay, the studio that made Don't Starve, Shank, a couple of others.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
Shank
right,
was
bet.
cool.
No, this looks really cool. Yeah, I'll be picking
my God,
this
it's
up and
amazing.
playing on my ROG Ally this week for sure.
Yeah, perfect. That's a perfect portable game. Perfect ROG Ally Steam Deck type of game.
Perfect.
I'm actually excited for you guys to play it because I want to hear what you think of it because it's so amazing.
Yeah, I'll let you know for sure.
Yeah.
As soon as I play
It's
it,
pretty
I'm
cheap
like,
right now.
you were right. You were right. All right, cool, guys. We have to get out of here. It's about that time. Again, Nick, thank you so much for showing up and blessing us with your presence and your knowledge, man. It was a really good time.
Thanks
to
for
have
having
you.
me. It was fun.
Absolutely, man. Let people know where you'll be this week, what they can look forward to from you. And then I don't know, did I make you a mod on here? Because you can drop links in there if you want to. But
Oh, it's all good. If you just go to xboxzero.com, you can check all of our stuff out there. This week, what am I doing? I'll be on Game Mess Mornings with Jeff Grubb on your Thursday, which will be my Friday morning.
very cool.
Which will lead into the Direct. So Xbox Zero is live streaming the Direct, so I will be awake at 5 a.m. to watch that. 3 a.m. with Jeff Grubb and then 5 a.m. with the Direct. So that's where you can catch me, but go to xboxzero.com and see all our stuff there. That's it.
Fantastic, man. Appreciate you. Skellio,
Yo.
tell people where they can find you, man.
What's up, guys? You guys can catch me on here Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time with these guys. Appreciate you, Nick, coming in. Really
Thanks,
enjoyed
man.
your opinions on everything. You have great knowledge and topics over the video games that we all love,
Oh,
for
thanks.
sure. Yeah, no doubt. But you guys catch me streaming on my own Tuesdays and Thursdays. 2 p.m. Monday was a Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Sorry. I'm streaming Dark Souls right now. I'm at the end of Dark Souls 3, beat the base game. Now we're on to the DLC. Got like DLCs. We got like 2 more bosses left. And then we're on the Dark Souls 2, which is the most controversial, most hated. Some people are saying it's the worst one. I'm scared of it, but please check me out. I'll put my link in there. I love y'all. Thank you all for the super chats and tuning in. See y'all on Thursday.
Cool, man. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check out Skill, man. If anything, just go watch him, like, because he gets angry when he dies. And it's hilarious.
There you go. There you go. Oh boy,
Bro.
I had some raging ass moments recently for sure.
Bro, I tuned in for a little bit, bro. He was like, bro, I don't care, bro. I'm a summon. I don't care what y'all think. He was like,
Yeah,
I was
tweaking.
like, dang, yeah. Okay.
We got AAC founder Mr. Vic the Click. He says, amazing episode, guys. Can't believe I've been supporting Viking Lungs while he blows everyone for $20. All love, guys. I'm about to get your ass, Vic. I got a picture of you, and I've been a demon with AI lately. So prepare to see something on Twitter tomorrow, okay? All right, Vic? All right, Nova. What up, man?
Yeah. Man, big appreciation and shout out to Nick for coming through, man. It was an amazing show, man. Chat
Thanks,
was
man.
active tonight too, man. But you guys know that you can always find me here 8 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it this upcoming Thursday. I think I'm gonna be out of town, so you guys might miss me this upcoming Thursday. But shout out to y'all. Stay warm, man, and get you some good rest.
No, Nick ain't got to worry about staying warm. It's summertime. How is that as 100 and what over there right now?
Yeah, yesterday it was 100 here.
Oh my goodness, bro. -10 this morning for me, man. Let me get some of that over here.
No, I like the cold. For me,
Can't stand it. I hate it.
You hate the
Hate
cold?
Yep, hate it. The hotter the better.
Ugh. Goodness. We got Mr. Vic to click again with $2. He says the horn. He blows horns. He's the homie. Yeah, I blow horns. You know how it is, man. How it goes here. Anyway, Black Viking, y'all can catch me on Twitter. is that our X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I'm on there, and then y'all will see us Thursday, man. And be on the lookout Thursday. Our preview of Assassin's Creed Shadows drops that morning or afternoon. I gotta check the embargo time, but it drops, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. And then we'll be live that Thursday night. I think Supernova is out, so you'll see him next week. But hey, it's all good. We're going to talk a lot about the developer direct and our thoughts on everything. So come through for a good time, man. Appreciate y'all for being here, keeping the chat lively, the super chats, being nice. Okay, besides Vic, asshole. But yeah, appreciate it, guys, and we will see y'all next week. Douche.
Ciao for now.